I'm so sick of the Indians. I'm so sick of them. Like, okay, Indians, you have a homeland. It's called India. Okay, Canada belongs to Canadians. People that were born here from European descent, that's who it belongs to, not to you. You have a homeland you've already destroyed. I don't want you destroying mine.
Oh my god.
You know you can get up to 82,000 Canadian dollars from Canadian government for doing nothing. What? Yes, I am talking about refugees. If you become refugee in Canada, they will pay you up to $224 per day. That is $140 for accommodation.
Oh my god.
And around $84 for food, and that too tax-free. So it means around $82,000 a year.
Dump that there? Yeah, pick it up right now. Let's go. Pick it up, put it back in your truck. You don't litter here.
We're gonna litter. Can you tell me?
You can't litter here.
Okay, so sorry, we can just take it, okay?
Yeah, put it in the truck. I'm gonna watch you.
Okay.
You don't litter here. I'll phone the police. That's a $2,000 fine.
I don't know what you heard about me, but a bleep can't get $1 out of me, no matter how hard you freaking try, 'cause I'm just that freaking broke, you see?
You guys have a job sign on the window that says now hiring, correct? Actually, correct? What it is, I can't say anything about it. My owner is coming in just 15 minutes. He will talk to you. I know what it is though. You guys aren't hiring you're not hiring outside of your race. That's what it is, right? She told me that the job's been taken. You told me that there's already a guy here. And now you're saying to me, sir, that, oh, I can't say anything. You have to wait till my boss comes. That's what's going on. So I want you people to see today that I am being refused in Canada a job from West Indians. Her here and this man.
Okay, so when I came to Canada about 25 years ago now, just a little over, it wasn't a matter of choice. We weren't coming here for economic reasons or anything like that. It was straight up life or death.
Oh my god.
Like every time I was growing up, my mom would always tell me, we're going back to South Sudan, we're going back to South Sudan. But eventually we ended up getting citizenship here in Canada because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Sudan has never seen peace. That was a few days ago. It also has the world's lowest GDP of $251 per year. What? You see, for me, that is what a legitimate refugee is. Someone that's actually fleeing persecution, war, like they're fearing for their life, right? Right? So then when I run to viral videos like this, that's been making its rounds in the news cycle, it just literally makes my blood boil. And that's why I get so passionate about this immigration stuff. Because listen to this guy, roll tape.
You know you can get up to 82,000 Canadian dollars from Canadian government for doing nothing.
That type of systematic abuse, that makes all Canadians look bad, especially the ones that came here the right way and eventually assimilated into Canadian culture. Because now I understand why all these natural-born Canadians want all immigrants out. Even I want all immigrants out now.
What?
What happened to Canada? Where did it go? What happened to the decent, democratic country we had and could still recognize as recently as 10 years ago? What and who is responsible for those 10 lost years, and how should they be held accountable? Mr. Polyev, it's widely known that your handlers have been holding back your natural exuberance in order to project an image of gravitas and restraint, but I think they may have gone too far. I mean, really, is it necessary to be as boring as Mr. Carney?
I made this video and I never thought there was so much discontent and animosity built up within Canadians as it relates to mass immigration in Canada. Say for instance, you're a citizen of Japan Indonesia, Kerala, India, Nigeria, or say Chile. And over time, you see a lot of immigrants migrating in your country. And after a while, the influx has put pressure on your healthcare system, your social system, your employment system, your schools, and also your culture. How would you feel? I'm asking this question for persons who are immigrants to not just look at Canadians who are upset, but find out why are they upset. If the new immigrant group are hiring their own, if they're buying franchises and also hiring their own, if they're living in nice houses, your youth unemployment is through the roof, and also to add insult to injury, they're not integrating and they're also bringing their religion / their gods in your country. Honestly, how would you feel? This video is to have a discussion about that and how Canadians feel about the mass migration into their land space. But also, this video is also for the immigrants, particularly the Indian immigrants. I want to hear from you and how this discontent is impacting you. And how can you learn from the discontent, add your perspective, and how we can find solutions to make Canada a more inclusive society for all of us. This video is not designed to demonize or undermine any immigrant group. It is designed so we can have a discussion and how we can find solutions to the discontent that is pervasive in Canada. Let's ride into the video.
Right now, youth unemployment across Canada, so that's anywhere from 25 to 34, it's at 14%. You see sometimes just for a Tim Hortons job, there's a lineup around the block just to get a job to work at Tim Hortons. A corporation like Tim Hortons gets subsidized for hiring immigrant workers to the tune of like 50% of the salary. So if you're at Tim Hortons, your biggest expense is going to be your food and it's going to be your employees. So if you can cut your labor costs by 50%, why would you hire any locals? You would only hire immigrants.
Mass immigration is Canada's biggest threat for these 5 reasons. 1. Healthcare. Let's face it, Canada's healthcare system is buckling under the strain of mass immigration. Politicians frequently tout immigration as a solution to filling skilled labor gaps, including in healthcare. But the fact is that the vast majority of immigrants do not work in healthcare.
Bro, there's a lot of people applying, but Indians are hiring Indians. And honestly, I don't know why this is such shock to you guys, because this is the idea of networking. So it seems like when white people do it, or when anyone else does it, it's totally fine. Because we use the idea of, oh, it's not what you know, it's about who you know. So when people like start networking with people in their schools, within their workplaces, now you're seeing Indian people literally being ostracized a bit from every other place. Like people do act racist towards them. When I went to the store, to Costco with my parents, who have a Pakistani accent, because we are Pakistani, right? So it can easily be mistaken for an Indian accent. I don't blame them, right? Like the countries are right next to each other. The thing is that the Costco employee who is the cashier was making sure, like, not even to look in their direction, not be helpful. The bagger who was supposed to be bagging their groceries actually just stood there, like, not looking, like, whatever, like, this is not my problem. But the moment I started speaking and my accent changes, all of a sudden the treatment visibly in front of me changes. All of a sudden the food is being packed. All of a sudden the cashier is now being kind.
2. Housing. After years of dodging the correlation between mass immigration and soaring housing prices across Canada, the Liberal government has finally admitted it. With Stats Canada and IRCC's latest report clearly showing how housing prices have soared as high as 21% in cities like Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal.
Excuse me?
What's up, bro?
Hey, if you don't mind me asking you, what do you do for a living?
I own Bulldog Nutrition. There are 2 supplement stores, and then I also do tattooing and singings.
Where are you from?
Amritsar, Punjab, India.
What is your name?
Ravdeep Singh.
How old are you?
24, brother.
So what motivated you to start all these businesses?
It's literally seeing my parents struggle in this country, man. We came here almost like 13 years ago. Seeing my mom work night shifts and my dad work endlessly 24/7. I just wanted to do something better, you know what I mean? Business, art, and overall marketing has always been my passion, and it's something I love doing. And all I did is basically combine those two and really take a big risk.
Perfect.
How would you feel if you can't find a job, but yet a particular group of immigrants are gainfully employed? Wouldn't that create discontent and envy?
19 students living in a 3-bedroom townhouse in Brampton. I was called to go list this house today, and I found out that there's 19 students living in a 3-bedroom townhouse. There's no way I'm going to list it, but can you imagine listing that house? What if it does get sold? What if they don't move out? You go to the landlord and tenant board? How long is the hearing for that? 2 years? 3 years? Jesus Christ, no wonder this country's going.
Don't forget, as usual, please like, share, and also hit the subscribe button.
3. Skyrocketing youth unemployment. Gen Z graduates between the ages of 15 and 24 are seeing the highest unemployment rates in decades. And while the CBC dances around the reason is clear as day: the millions upon millions of foreigners flooding into our labor market. Just this past week, 54,000 people applied for 5,000 jobs at the CNE. Meanwhile, a staggering 850,000 young people across Canada cannot find work.
Did you hear the statistics? Where do you think this frustration is going to go? This frustration is like a volcano boiling. This is why I'm making videos like this, so we can address the situation before it gets out of control.
I'm so sick of the Indians. I'm so sick of them. Like, okay, Indians, you have a homeland. It's called India. Okay, Canada belongs to Canadians. People that were born here from European descent, that's who it belongs to, not to you. You have a homeland you've already destroyed. I don't want you destroying mine. You're every fucking agent I talk to on the phone. You're like basically every government person I come into contact with. You work, like, stop populating my country. Go home. Like, it's only going to get worse for you here. Everyone's fed up with it.
4. Rising crime. It's no secret that Brampton and Mississauga, both located within the regional municipality of Peel, have some of the highest immigrant populations in the country, with over 50% of Peel's population being foreign-born. It's also no secret that the Peel Regional Police have stated that the region may have the highest per capita rate of stolen vehicles in Ontario, with a 145% increase in auto theft since 2020 and over 1,400 carjackings recorded in Brampton and Mississauga in 2024 alone.
Oh my God. Why do you think a community as successful and educated as Indians still face racism here in Canada?
The demographic of Indians that are here are not the same Indians. Indians here are primarily from Punjab, and they're actually like farmers and stuff like back home. So they're not typically known to be as educated or as smart.
There's a lot of unemployment when Canadians or native people from here feel that we are not able to get jobs, or we are not able to, get something that they want or they deserve. And Indians are very hardworking. The people who especially come here, they have worked really hard to come here. So I think that is one of the reasons, because of Indians, we are not able to tap on the opportunities.
They consider it less educated, less civilized community still, even though top companies in the world. The CEO of the Microsoft, I believe, is Indian.
I guess it depends on the mindset of people. The people shouting "go back" were once the person who colonized other countries. So they need to learn. We are not bound by borders. We need to be united by our minds.
5. The erosion of Canada's long-held values, culture, and social cohesion. Canada was founded on Christian and Western principles, and now with the literal demographic replacement taking place, with 1 in 4 people in Canada being foreign-born, we're seeing the social fabric of our society unraveling before our eyes. Taking away our once high-trust society with the importation of foreign conflicts and cultures that aren't compatible with Western democratic ones.
Mass immigration will always alter the social and economic standards of any society. When people migrate, they bring their values, cultures, norms, and also the religious beliefs. When you migrate from a poor country to a rich country, it means that you want a better life. But it also confirms that the values and norms that you hold in your native land are some of the reasons why your country is poor. So when you migrate, it means you want a better life. So some of the values and traditions you must leave at the door because they don't work. So this is why I suggested that as an immigrant, if you're migrating from a poorer, underdeveloped country to a richer one, please leave your values and norms at the door because you want a better life.
So I'm at Vasaga Beach, right? I don't know why brown parents love this place so much. It is so dirty, man. It's probably the most dirtiest beach I've ever seen in the whole entire world, bro. There's seaweeds coming out, there's insects that come on you, and there's people that pee and poop in that beach, man. Like, especially a lot of the new guys that come here in Canada, man. Y'all gotta stop that. And brown parents, bro, y'all gotta stop being obsessed with this place, bro. It took me 2 hours to come here, bro. I had to swim in that, bro, and I will never swim in that pool. I will never swim in Wasaga Beach even for 10K, bro. It is that bad, bro. It's not worth coming here, bro, especially if you live far.
Oh my god.
Why? He's begging in full. He's begging in full. He only begged 2 weeks ago. He paid the money. I want the money now. Right now. Let it be. Let it go. Let it be.
Take a bath in the world's dirtiest river. Welcome to the River Ganges in India. Most tourists wouldn't dare to step foot in the river, but bathing here is actually a lifelong dream for millions. And they come from all over to do so, and not just to bathe. Daily, thousands and thousands of bodies are sent to Varanasi to get cremated and to have their ashes spread into the Ganges. It's a crazy sight to witness. Here's a body being dipped in by the family members just before cremation. And these guys here are said to have the world's worst job. They spend all day in the river looking for valuables that may have fallen off the bodies, such as gold, jewelry, or anything they can flip for a bit of cash, making at best of $1 a day. The river is also used as a public bath and toilet by the thousands that come daily. And with all this in mind, I thought, why not go for a dip?
Calm down. You don't have to shout. We're listening.
The richest province in Canada is poorer than the poorest state in the United States. Do you know that Canadians are now poorer per capita with regard to GDP than people who live in Mississippi? And that's all happened since Trudeau, all of it. Canada was basically at parity a decade ago, and the Americans are basically 40% ahead. You know, and you can see why, because what happens is that as soon as you're successful anywhere in the world, if you have any sense, you move to the United States, because everything is way easier here.
When you go to a wealthy neighborhood, they're quiet, just like this room, just like right now, so you can think. You go to a black neighborhood, a brown neighborhood, you go to a poor neighborhood, it's noisy as hell, intentionally. They value simplicity. That's why you often will see them with a t-shirt and some jeans on. They need quiet because only in quiet can you create. All a patent is a monetized creation. Money makes more money on money than money can ever make on labor. They understand you make money during the day, you build wealth in your sleep because it's compounding. Stocks, bonds, home ownership, business ownership, etc.
Immigrants impact almost every social aspect of the countries they migrate to. Canada is a welcoming society for all religious beliefs. Canadian culture is built upon Judeo-Christian values. And when we Canadians see new immigrants coming and they're bringing their gods, their pagan gods, but when you see one particular immigrant group start to erect giant statues of their gods, their pagan gods, overlooking communities and highways, then you have to ask yourself this question. Is that immigration to integrate, or is it what many Canadians would say, an invasion?
What happened to Canada? Where did it go? What happened to the decent, democratic country we had and could still recognize as recently as 10 years ago? What and who is responsible for those 10 lost years, and how should they be held accountable? Mr. Polyev, it's widely known that your handlers have been holding back your natural exuberance in order to project an image of gravitas and restraint, but I think they may have gone too far. I mean, really, is it necessary to be as boring as Mr. Carney?
I hope this video has been enlightening and also impactful. As a Canadian citizen, I hope this video will help you to ponder and ask yourself questions. What kind of Canada do we want for our children and for us to live in? Do we want a Canada that represents other countries in the developing world that has lower values, lower standards, and poor decorum? As new immigrants, are you willing to adapt and get rid of some of your traditions which has not been helpful to you? Or are you going to maintain your traditions in a new land and disrupt the social fabric of Canada? As an immigrant, I have done my best to adapt and integrate into this great land. And I hope this video will help to share some of the discontent and see where you, as a new immigrant, can shed some of your values, some of your norms and beliefs which has not worked for you in your homeland. I believe, as a new immigrant to Canada, you should learn the customs and norms and integrate in the system so we can make Canada the great country it is. And as usual, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Peace.
I don't know what you heard about me, but a bleep can't get $1 out of me, no matter how hard you freaking try, 'cause I'm just that freaking broke, you see?